Good evening, wherever you're watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review today, which is Thursday, and the weather is somehow cool, and I love the fact that there is no rain this time around. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatuji, but you can call me Sidon J, and I'm in the studio with
Ambassador Rochimi Orilua, son of the prophetess, the man, where is Wiki? You know now, 100.
So you know how we do it on this show. This is where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. Then we'll go on a short commercial break, come back to do justice to some of the headlines. But before then, let me tell you, the sponsor for this show is Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. So today I'll be starting with Punch newspaper. Diesel, jet fuel rising prices threaten industries, airlines. Naira appreciates against dollar for first time in 3 weeks. Mohbad, hid for 6 months over fear of attacks, parents. Supreme Court reject Atiku's motion to file fresh evidence. Then on the Vanguard newspaper, breaking, Supreme Court okays live broadcast of verdict on Atiku Obi's appeal. Bar sues DSS over illegal detention. Police bunch manhunt on gunman for killing 22 in US. Troops arrest 2 ammunition suppliers, record weapons, 16 motorcycle in Kaduna. Then on the Nation newspaper, 25% FCT votes not required to emerge president, Supreme Court. Federal government renews commitment to scale up port rating in global maritime. Aiyedatiwa apologized to Akeredolu. Seyi Tinubu, Wike Ganduje present at Supreme Court. Then on Daily Post newspaper, EFCC ex-chairman Bauer released after 5 months. Unipost student allegedly kills girlfriend for Yahoo Yahoo in Port Harcourt. Rivers IPAC chair Osaru accuses PDP chairman Akawo of impersonating him. FCT have no special status, 25% immaterial, Supreme Court. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We go on a short commercial break. When we're back, we'll talk more on some of the headlines. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Nokpa for management of power.
King Victor Nigeria Enterprises say make I give una this information. Una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil. And one the major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. And vanilla that she sort of buy. You feed the collect market, they pay for RAM small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ àtàwọn oníbàárà wa náà jẹ́rìí wípé King Victor Nigeria Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Oya make una dey come to shop 2 Awolowo Market Shagamu Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, fast and trusted.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break, and that's our sponsor, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, for this show and Nokpa.
King Victor Nigeria Enterprises say make I give una this informate una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil. Our major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. Vanilla that is sort of buy. You feel the collect market, they pay for ram small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ àtàwọn oníbàárà wa náà jẹ́rìí sí wípé King Victor Nigeria Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Oya make una dey come to shop 2 Awolowo Market Sagamu Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, fast and trusted.
Nokpa for management of power.
King Victor Nigeria Enterprises say make I give una this informate una with the sell foodstuffs, with the sell noodles, with the sell oil. Our major distributor Honeywell, Golden Penny, King's Oil, Gino, and so on and so forth. Vanilla that is sort of buy. You feel the collect market, they pay for ram small. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bá wa dòwò pọ̀ àtàwọn oníbàárà wa náà jẹ́rìí sí wípé King Victor Nigeria Enterprises tested and trusted kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ́. Oya make una dey come to shop 2 Awolowo Market Sagamu Ogun State. As una dey buy una market, our motto don tanda gidigba to carry una load go una doorstep. And we no dey put extra charges. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, fast and trusted.
You welcome back from that short commercial break, and I can't say that is short. It's somehow long, but then that's because if you don't go on a commercial break to advertise what we're selling, how do you want to know? How do you want to know the kind of markets we're talking about?
We are talking about.
Exactly. So the first line we are going to be looking at today, the first headline is about this Mohbad's case. You know, the father was being interrogated yesterday at the connotation that happened yesterday in Lagos, and he said that Mohbad was in fear for almost 6 months before his death. Now, I want to ask this question. You said the wife of Mohbad put pills, sleeping pills in noodles for Mohbad. That after eating it in the Malian's house, the wife will be doing all sorts of things with any other person in the Malian's house. Now, the father knows all these things, and you could not say anything till the death of this boy.
You see, I am so surprised, and it looks somehow stupid for the man, the father in question, to have come out to be saying all this. In fact, the best thing for the father of Mohbad to do is that he would have kept quiet. He would have kept quiet, because when you look at what the statement of this man is nothing but a stupidity. You know that the life of your son is under a threat for good 3 months, and you kept quiet looking at the son till the son died. Who else will ever come up to replace Mohbad's place in the life of this man? I believe this man would have reported the issue to the police, to the Nigerian police. Even though the Nigerian police would not swing into action, you could remember, how you recall, when Mohbad said his life is under threat, that he had to go and submit his petition to the Nigerian police. At the end of the day, nothing was done. You know, the Nigerian police came out you all know the scenario. Yes. They came out to deny that nothing like that was ever reported to their station. At the end of the day, they came out again and said they saw his letter, that they invited him, that Mohbad is come. For the man to have been saying this now, I believe the first step for him to have taken was that he should have reported the matter to the Nigerian police. If they are not doing anything about it, he should let the whole world hear what is going on. He should have gone on social media. Please, so this is exactly what is going on. Oh. Please, can you people, the whole night, come to my aid or come to my rescue?
Well, the parents of the late singer Ilerioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad, on Wednesday told the coroner's inquest that is looking into the cause of death of their son that he stopped going to shows for 6 months because of fear of the constant beating, harassment and bullying he got from his former label owner Aziz Fashola, also better known as Naira Marley, and his ally Samilari. They also claimed he told them that he was being attacked because he said he didn't want Naira Marley's brother, Tunde Fashola, to be his manager anymore. The father of the late singer, Joseph Aloba, said Mohbad was scared of going out for 6 months. He said he did not know if the substance he drank at the NDLEA will appear at the airport. He said the day Mohbad was inflicted with injury, he saw Naira Marley and his boys and claimed that Mohbad said it was customary for them to attack him. Well, you know, this story is too contradictory. Yesterday, I saw a video that was being posted by this activist, Very Dark Man. I don't know if you know Very Dark Black Man. That guy that is trending now, you know, an activist that talks about celebrities, products, and all online. So this guy had a conversation with one of Mohbad's friends on that video. And this guy was explaining to Very Dark Man that, okay, this is what I know about Mohbad. The day Mohbad died, the day they beat Mohbad.
The day before he died.
Yeah, the day before he's dead, they went to the show together.
They went to the show together. And
the guy even said
he was attacked. Their jeep was attacked. At the end of the day, it wasn't attacked. He said some set of people tried to block their way. Then Mohbad came out from the car. Then exchanging blows, which is a friend, I think Prime Boy.
No, that's not even Prime Boy. The guy I'm talking about now is different from Prime Boy.
It's different from
this
Prime
guy
Boy.
has been talking online, posting things about Mohbad's death, but then, you know, he's scared and he's not ready to talk not until this guy brought him on live interview that yesterday. So now what the guy was trying to explain was that Mohbad, he knew Mohbad very well and they're very close, that the day NDLEA came to arrest Zino at Malian's house, that he was with Mohbad. So when Mohbad heard about the news, he had to leave his estate and go there because he said he wants to settle one misunderstanding between that is in between Mohbad and his wife. Yes, exactly. Now I want to tell you that this guy now said Wumi, which is Mohbad's wife, is dating, having an affair with Mohbad's manager, who is a female. You know, Mohbad said he doesn't want Naira Marley's brother to be his manager again. So I think they've changed his manager to a female. So the female manager was having an affair with Mohbad's wife.
You see, Sidonji, let's cut the story short to save our breath. You see, all this issue after Mohbad's death is medicine after death. All this issue should have come out why the guy was on social media saying his life is under threat. And at the end of the day, listen, the Nigerian police ahead went to exhume his corpse. What is the outcome
of the autopsy?
Why are they still looking for people that is going to shed more light on the Mohbad's death? I believe the autopsy should be able to bring out something tangible to the whole world, to let the whole world know the reason and the cause for Mohbad's death.
Well, I don't know the reason why they refuse to do DNA. Because I'm looking at, what if they do DNA and the child does not belong to Mohbad?
That one is apart. That one is apart.
That would actually shed more light.
Let's focus on what really caused the death of Mohbad now. The DNA test is the secondary level.
I know, sir. I know what I'm saying. If they get to know that Mohbad is not the owner of the child, then you know that the wife has something to say.
Do you know how many bastards that are out there that their father is living peacefully, or the so-called claim father are living peacefully? It's because these guys, they were celebrity. That is why all these ones are coming out. You know how many people that are dying in silence at the end of, they are dying in silence based on what they later got to know about their wife. Can you imagine? I saw a post on social media. A woman came out speaking boldly right in front of the camera, telling the husband that the 5 kids, that 4 belongs to a pastor, that the rest of the kids, the one is for the meat seller.
Wow.
coming out to say that. Nobody is putting mouth on this because the person in question is not a celebrity that people know all over the world.
Exactly. Well, on Mohbad's mother's part, she said, "My son told us that there was a show that Naira Marley forced him to attend, which he declined because it was Sam Larry that was the organizer of that show. Whenever Mohbad was with me, he was always full of fear. He said it was Naira Marley who collected all the money for the shows he performed because the 3-year contract that he signed with him had not elapsed." He also mentioned, they always mentioned Naira Marley and Sam Larry, and he was always shaking. I begged him several times to allow me to speak with them, but he refused, saying he didn't want them to kill me. Wow. The last time he traveled for a show, after he came back, he mentioned to me that Naira Marley came to attack him. He reported the case to the police, but I don't know if the police invited Naira Marley, the mother said. She said she didn't know that her son was a musician until she and Mohbad reconnected in 2019 at Ayobo after she had left him with his father when he was 3 years old. Abo said they said Mohbad was her second child and that he had two other siblings, but when she and his father separated, she was not allowed to take the children with her except the last one because he was very young.
Now, wait, just before you move on, you see this statement coming out from this mother. In fact, it is a very painful statement and a shameful statement. And then you ask me why?
Why?
If there is an argument or misunderstanding between you and your husband, you left Mohbad while he was 3 years old.
Not only him.
Not only him, but the excuse that you were given was that you were not allowed to take the children along with you. Were you not allowed also to come and pay a visit to the children? I believe a mother that has the love of his kid in her heart should be able to be coming back to check how the children are doing.
At least to check
the welfare of the children.
Exactly.
Now you are coming out to say this to the whole world. Well, what do you expect the world to say about you?
Well, she claimed he didn't even stay long with her before the father took him away from her. Mohbad's mother said it was her younger sister who brought Mohbad and his friends to visit her, and then they exchanged numbers. She said, when he told her that he sang, I told him that wasn't the prophecy I got when I was pregnant with him. You were supposed to be a pastor. I told him, but he played with me and then left.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? You see, that is why I said it's a very stupid statement. And the woman should even cover her face while saying all the statement. In the sense that when you were pregnant, you got the prophecy that this boy is going to be a minister,
a pastor.
At the end of the day, the devil came. Forget. Let's shed more light into this before we move on. The devil came. Have you forgotten the covenant of God upon the life of Samson? But the parent refused to touch the guy in the ways of the Lord to the extent in which at the end of the day, his vision was concreted. That's exactly what happened to Mohbad. Because the woman got the prophecy, carelessly, you left the child. What happened to the promise of God upon the boy's life now? The vision of this guy was concreted.
Well, the mother furthermore to say, after he left that night, somebody came to me and showed me a video that was circulating online that they were beating him and he was always crying and said that Naira Marley wanted to kill him. That was the mother. That was what the mother said, and the father, we've heard the father and the mother side. Now, I want to ask. Now, all these things that we are hearing up and down like this and that. Why is it that they are not arresting those people that was with Mohbad when he died?
With what I'm seeing now, there is a conspiracy somewhere. There is a conspiracy somewhere. We don't no longer believe in the judiciary system of Nigeria. Sidonje, permit me to say that. Because when you see people in high places that they consider them untouchable, this is what you expect to see. For instance, now, if a criminal went to a police station to build a station, equip the station, are you telling me if you have an encounter with that criminal and you went to the police station built by the so-called criminal to report the issue to the Nigerian police force that are in that division, do you think they are going to handle the case the way it should be? Because they will consider those set of people untouchable.
Exactly. Well, to me, I just feel the police are not working the way they're supposed to work, because there are a lot of people to be checked in on this case. There was a guy that was shouting Mohbad. That was when Mohbad died, that we saw the video trending. We didn't see any interrogation with that guy. Like, there were like 3 inside that car. We didn't see any interrogation.
The wife was also there inside the car.
I don't know the reason why. I don't know. I don't just know. Well, let's move on to the next one here. Ondo Deputy Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa apologized to Akeredolu. Well, Ondo Deputy Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has apologized to his boss, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Aiyedatiwa, who is addressing a world press conference, called for an end to what he termed needless crisis in the state. He said he was saddened by the embarrassment and discomfort due to a barrage of negative news over the crisis in the last few months. The deputy governor said there was no issue between him and the governor, but political actors capitalized on his boss' absence to create crisis for their selfish interest. He said he has met with Governor Akeredolu twice since he returned to the country, but could not discuss in details.
You see, what this guy just did was that to create peace between within him and his boss. You could remember the same thing also happened in Edo State. This year, Shaib's case with Obaseki. You know, the case was so tough to the extent in which the deputy governor was locked out from office. He did a video, he did everything on social media that he was locked out of office, but I don't know, nobody is intervening. He had to come back to his senses and say, okay, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call Okoyawo so we can move on. That's what the deputy governor of Edo State did. I believe this guy is applying the same wisdom that, okay, if I didn't apologize, probably there might be an impeachment on this guy. You know, they've moved the motion that this guy is going to be impeached out from the office. Maybe the guy was expecting, okay, we have little time to spend in the office. For them to allow me to be able to accomplish my mission, let me apologize so we can move on. I believe this is exactly what this guy has come to do.
Well, one of the things that I do respect in people is when you realize your mistake and apologize.
You apologize.
That's the best
even
thing.
Though you were not at fault.
Exactly.
Since he's still your boss, you still need to apologize.
That is what the youth of nowadays should emulate from elders. Like, you should try to know how to apologize. Even when you feel you are guilty, at least just apologize for peace to reign. All right, the last headline we are going to be looking at today is a final year student of Uniport that killed his girlfriend for rituals. A final year student of the University of Port Harcourt, Uniport, identified simply as Collins, has allegedly killed his lover, Justina Tiffany Otuene, for morning ritual. Now, that's not lover to me, because you cannot kill your lover. It's not possible.
You know, the writer of the story put it there, lover. You understand?
Yeah, exactly. I understand.
Let me come in by saying, when you fail to plan,
you plan to fail.
You plan to fail. When you fail to teach your children the way they should go, automatically what comes out from it, you should be able to take it, either by force or by fire. Because I believe the life that has been taken will never be returned back to the family.
Exactly.
Now, we parents out there, I'm talking to the parents out there, you see, when you look at the situation of the country these days, when you look at what is going on, though we are in a tough time in which for you to be able to put at least 2 square meals on top of your table, you find it very difficult. Despite that, we still have some children that are well trained, that doesn't go extra mile of making money. You understand what I'm saying? Based on the training given to them by their parents. You know, there are some parents that whatever they give to their children is satisfied with what their parents
how they want to do it to his taste.
Are you getting to what I'm saying? Now, to the young girls out there, I believe a lot of them see what goes. We saw a lot of things going on social media. How people were being killed for ritual, how ladies were being killed for ritual, how ladies were being used for ritual. Do you know what normally comes to some of them's mind is that don't mind them is a destiny. That they can't be caught because their own is different from. But if you still keep on persisting in this, in the worldly ways or in the stupid act of yours, doing olosho hookup, before you know it, one day you'll be a victim. So, number one, let me send my condolences to the family of the lady that was being killed for ritual. And this is the right time for the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to buckle up their belt, because if you see what is going on out there, you can see that Nigeria is getting worse in both day and night. Each day that passes by, Nigeria is getting worse in a situation in which the politicians of nowadays, you could recall 3 days or 4 days ago, there was an argument on the sub jeep that was being purchased by all our senators. Why a lot of people are lamenting there, are lamenting over the crisis of the surface of the country. You see, it is not easy for a single man to put 2 square meal on his table for the family to eat. And if the senators are there and they are not thinking about the welfare of the Nigerians, that is the reason why you see all these killings and rituals happening here in Nigeria. Well, that's why I said they need to buckle up their belts.
Well, our Nigerian government has a lot of work to do to correct all the ills in the economy of Nigeria. Well, according to the news, it was gathered that a suspect was caught by residents along NTA Road, Port Harcourt, while he was making an attempt to dispose of the lifeless body of the deceased. According to the news, Promise Uzoma recorded that Okoro Collins had invited the deceased, who is also a 300-level biochemistry student of the same university, to his residence when the incident happened. Although details of the incident are still sketchy, reports said the suspect has been arrested by security operatives, and after the residents raised an alarm, when contacted by Daily Post, the Rivers State Police Command, Police Public Relations Officer Grace Enrique Coco simply said, "I will get back to you on this report." There have been a series of similar cases across the country following the activities of the internet fraudsters, popularly known as Yahoo Boys. Well, this is not just in Port Harcourt alone or anywhere.
It's all over the country.
Most, especially this southwest, it is rampant. You know, if you could recall, last month there were the 3 boys, young boys, was caught in Abeokuta, yes, using one girl. They caught them with a black pot and the head of the girl. I don't know why these guys believe it is until when they do rituals before they make it in life, because no one wants to work, even if the economy is hard. Let us talk about their parents too. You've said it all, that if a child is not well trained, this is the result of how it's going to be. Well, that is the end of our news review today. That's the last headline we're going to be looking at today. Thanks so much for joining and for staying tuned. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatuji, and thank you so much, Ambassador Rilua, for your innovative talks and all.
Thanks for having me.
Big shout out to our sponsor, Nokpa Abals and Kim Victor Nigerian Enterprises, and big shout out to the CEO of this platform, talking about Prince Omoba Adeleke Nua Oshin, aka Ajala Kosangba 1. That's the name I give to him. Thank you so much for always being there with us. All right, this is where we are going to be saying bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.